Some pretty incredible breaking news coming out in just the past hour as news articles rolling out left and right that a unanimous Supreme Court has restored former President Donald Trump to the Colorado ballot. The Supreme Court ruling, another article says, states that you can't kick Trump off of the ballot. The decision swiftly ended the legal fight over whether states could bar Trump from their ballots based on the Constitution's 14th Amendment. Now, this just coming out and some pretty incredible news on this. I'm going to be sharing with you guys the latest just in the past hour today, March the 4th, 2024. The Supreme Court saying unanimously that Trump will be restored to all state ballots, that he will not be removed. So I'm going to be sharing with you the latest. Like I said, this just came out, and let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. I'm live streaming on vacation in Florida, but not sure if the connection is going well. I see we've got about 200 people on roughly. Do me a favor, let me know if all looks good, sounds good, and hit that like button for me before I dive into the articles. And again, this just coming out. I see people saying, yes, they can hear me. I see Prophetic Insight is on, saying that crypto is blowing up as well. Yes, so we've got that going on. And then this major announcement coming out from the Supreme Court. And again, for those just hopping on, it says in the past hour, breaking news, a lot of articles coming out on this just now. A unanimous Supreme Court restores Trump to the Colorado ballot. And another article reading that the Supreme Court has ruled that states cannot kick Trump off of the ballot. Now, this decision swiftly ends the legal fight over whether states could bar Trump from their ballots based on the Constitution's 14th Amendment, as they're saying, no, you cannot. Trump will be active on the state's ballot. Now, let me know your thoughts on this. Is this a victory, in your opinion, for America? I'm going to be sharing with you the details. Trump just putting out on Truth Social that this is a big win for America. If you believe that, put a 45 in the comments. If you think this is not, put no. But I'd like to see people's opinions on this, as they're saying this is a major victory for Trump, unanimous across the board. The Supreme Court stating that he will be on the state ballots, that he cannot be banned from them. And I'm going to be sharing with you what it is that they're saying that has unfolded, this coming out in just the past hour. A lot of people saying that this was something that needed to be verified and forced. A lot of people saying no, that he should not be on the ballot. I'm seeing a couple no's. I'm seeing a lot of 45s in there. A lot of people saying this is great news, a big win for the United States of America, that Trump cannot be banned from the ballot. And let me know your thoughts. I mean, why is it that he should be banned from the ballots, as they're saying that there's, all these other, potential issues with his business and other things. And at the same time, a lot of people saying, no, let the people choose who they want to be the chief of the nation, to be the president. So a lot of people saying this is a victory for our nation being able to be a democracy and vote who we want to be in a position, and that we should not rob the people of that right to be able to vote on who it is we want to see in that position of power. Now, again, I see we've almost got 400 people on. Do me a quick favor, smash the like button if you haven't done so yet. If I can get 70 more likes, I can get about half the room to hit the like button. Just spreads this out further. And again, this is breaking news. All of these articles coming out in just the last hour, with this unanimous decision from the Supreme Court stating that Trump will remain on the ballot, that he cannot be removed from state ballots. So let me go ahead and dive right in. Before I do, again, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. And also trying to provide as many resources as I can to my viewing community, so that way you can stay up to date on everything. But let's take a look at this article, and this one just coming out a little while ago from NBC News. It says Supreme Court rules the state cannot kick Trump off of the ballot. Now, the article says the Supreme Court on Monday today handed a sweeping win for former President Donald Trump by ruling that states cannot kick him off of the ballot over his actions leading up to January 6th incident at the Capitol, bringing a swift end to the case with a huge implication for the 2024 election. Now, in an unsigned ruling with no dissents, the court reversed the Colorado Supreme Court, which determined that Trump could not serve again as president under Section 3 of the Constitution's 14th Amendment. The provision prohibits those who previously held government positions but later engaged in insurrection from running for various offices. Now, the court said that the Colorado Supreme Court had wrongly assumed that states can't determine whether a presidential candidate or other candidate for federal office is ineligible. The rulings makes it clear that Congress, not states, has to set the rules on how the 14th Amendment provision can be enforced against federal office seekers. So they're saying that this would be enforced by Congress, not the states. The states do not have the legal right to remove them from the ballot. Now, as such, the decision applies to all states, not just Colorado. So this is across the board. He cannot be taken off of the ballot for the state by the state. States retain the power to bar people running for state office from appearing on the ballot under Section 3. This is not a state office. This is federal. Because the Constitution makes Congress, rather than the states, responsible for enforcing Section 3 against the federal office holders and candidates, we reverse. The ruling says, by deciding the case on that legal question, the court avoided any analysis or determination of whether Trump's actions constituted an insurrection. The decision comes just a day before the Colorado primary. Minutes after the ruling, Trump hailed the decision in an all-caps letter post on his social media site, writing, "This is a big win for America." And I'm taking a look right here at the actual text that was released from the Supreme Court of the United States regarding Donald J. Trump. It says versus Norma Anderson, and they have it all written out for the state of Colorado. Now, in addition to ensuring that Trump remains on the ballot in Colorado, the decision will end similar cases that have arisen. So far, only two other states, Maine and Illinois, have followed Colorado's path. Like the Colorado ruling, both of those decisions were put on hold. Now, in a statement, Colorado Secretary of the State, Jenna Griswold, acknowledged the court ruling that states do not have the authority to enforce Section 3 of the 14th Amendment for federal candidates. In accordance with the decision, Donald Trump is an eligible candidate on Colorado's 2024 presidential primary. The Supreme Court decision removes one avenue to holding Trump accountable for his role in challenging the 2020 election results, including his exhortation that his supporters should march on the Capitol on January 6th when Congress was about to formalize Joe Biden's win. Trump is facing criminal charges for the same conduct. The Supreme Court in April will hear the arguments on his broad claim of presidential immunity. Now, the rulings warned of the danger of a patchwork of decisions around the country that could send elections into chaos if state officials had the freedom to determine who could appear on the ballot for president. The result could well be that a single candidate would be declared ineligible in some states, but not other states, based on the same conduct, the ruling said. So although the bottom line vote was unanimous, there were some divisions on the court, which has a 6-3 conservative majority as to how the case was resolved. The three liberal justices, Sonia Sotomayor, Ellen Kagan, and Ketanji Brown Jackson, complained in a joint written concurring opinion that the court had decided more than it needed to by laying out how Section 3 could be enforced by Congress. Conservative justices Amy Coney Barrett agreed that the court went further than required, although she did not join the liberal justices in their opinion. The liberal justices said the decision could insulate Trump from future controversy. The rulings shut the door on other potential means of federal enforcement of Section 3, they added. Barrett said that although she had some disagreements with the rationale, the liberals should not amplify disagreement in such a politically charged case. All 9 justices agreed on the outcome of this case. That is that the message Americans should take home is that they have an agreement. Now, the Colorado court based its December 19th ruling on Section 3, which was enacted after the Civil War to prevent former Confederates from returning to power in the U.S. government. Now, the case raised several novel legal issues, including whether the language applies to candidates for president and who gets to decide whether someone is engaged in an insurrection or not. The state high court's decision reversed a lower court ruling in which a judge said that Trump had engaged in insurrection by inciting the January 6th event, but that presidents are not subject to the insurrection clause of the 14th Amendment because they are not an officer of the United States. Trump and his allies raised that point, as well as other arguments that the 14th Amendment cannot be applied to this situation. They also argued that the January 6th was not an actual insurrection. Republicans, including Trump primary opponents, broadly supported his claim that any attempt to kick him off of the ballot is a form of partisan election interference. Some Democrats, including California Governor Gavin Newsom, have also expressed unease about the 14th Amendment provision being used as a partisan weapon. So even Gavin Newsom saying this is not the right way to proceed with trying to kick him off of the ballot. The initial lawsuit was filed on behalf of 6 Colorado voters by the left-leaning government watchdog group Citizens of Responsibility and Ethics in Washington and 2 law firms. They alleged in court papers that Trump intentionally organized and incited a violent mob to attack the United States Capitol in a desperate attempt to prevent the counting of electoral votes cast against him. Colorado is one of the more than a dozen states that has its primary elections Tuesday. So, man, major news coming out. And again, this article is going to be linked in the description below for you guys, and it's titled "The Supreme Court Rules States Can't Kick Trump Off the Ballot." This coming out from NBC News less than an hour ago. So, big news coming out, you guys, that this has been confirmed and finalized, that Trump will be on the ballots. They cannot have him removed by the state in 2024's elections. And that is, unless, we still have the other contender, Nikki Haley, but I don't know. In full transparency and honesty, I don't think that there's a chance that she is going to take it from Trump right now. A lot of people saying that she's holding out, but it does not look like she's going to take it. It looks like it's going to be a repeat of 2020. And I might be wrong. We will see. But it looks like it's going to be former President Donald Trump and Joe Biden running in 2024. And let me know in the comments, who do you think it's going to be? Put Trump, put a T if you think it's going to be Trump that's going to win. Put a B if you think it's going to be Biden. Who is going to win the 2024 elections? As Trump will be on the ballot, they're saying he cannot be removed by the states. This major ruling coming out, and I'm seeing the T's rolling in. A lot of people saying that it needs to be former President Donald Trump back in office. And, it's not a surprise. Right now, we're hearing that the way things are going with the Biden administration, that they have one of the lowest approval ratings at this point. A lot of people not happy with the situation taking place on the border, with the economy, with the way that things have been handled, just across the board. A lot of disapproval right now. I think it's down in the 30s or 40s, the approval rating. And a lot of people asking the question, who is the 30 and 40 with the way things are going? So, but right now they're saying major win coming out for Donald Trump. Unanimous Supreme Court ruling restoring Trump to the Colorado ballot, saying the states do not have the authority to remove people from the ballot for a federal office position to be voted for by the people. And I'm seeing the Trump votes still rolling in on this breaking news. So, big news, you guys. And again, yes, I'm seeing reminders from people to hit that like button. Please do so. When you hit the like button, it just spreads this out further, helps people get the latest news updates. I see we got 430 people on, 330 likes. If you've not hit the like button yet and you appreciate the live updates, please do so. If I could get that up to 430, that would be awesome. Everybody in the room, if you haven't hit the like button yet, it just spreads this out further so more people can get this latest breaking news, as this has been finalized by the Supreme Court, the highest court, saying Trump will be on the ballot. The states do not have the authority to remove him from the ballot. So if it is him and Biden, when you go to vote in November for the 2024 presidential candidate, you will get to choose. You will see the name Donald Trump and Joe Biden on there, and you'll get to pick who you want to vote for as president. His name will not be removed by any state. The Supreme Court has officially ruled. So big news coming out, you guys. Major news. And a lot of people saying major win for Donald Trump on this. The Supreme Court coming through unanimously. Even the liberal justices saying he needs to be on the ballot. The states do not have the authority. So I will keep you up to date as more information comes out, you guys. But that is the latest. Just wanted to share this breaking news with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as more rolls out, I'll keep you guys up to date. Also, stay safe out there. If you are on the West Coast, saw major news coming out of some serious weather events happening on the West Coast. I saw Northern California all the way down getting hit by some severe weather. But I will keep you guys up to speed on everything. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to stay up to date. This is Steve.